And for more. Yes! Let's do it. Now live. Web dev. Let's do it. Okay. So, if we look at the GitHub again. Let's close these out. All right. So, let's take a look. Aquavantage. Let's edit. So, yes, we think that this is completed. If we have problems, we can, of course, revisit. So now at the zoom. This is the one that's probably going to make the biggest, I don't know, the biggest difference in terms of the way it looks on mobile. In terms of, like, being able to have something presentable. So this is a big one. To be quite honest, I'm not even sure how I'm going to approach this one. Ultimately, I think it's simple enough. My phone battery is running a little low. I'm gonna plug that guy in. I think it's simple enough. So let's open again. Okay, so when we look at this guy, it looks horrible, right? Like, it should not be zoomed out this much. That's crazy. So that's what we gotta fix. Honestly, I don't even know what my approach is gonna be, but let's figure it out. Oops. Yeah, let me plug this phone in. Here we go. Let's share this track on Discord. This is a good one, baby. Let's hop over to the Discord here and let's share this track because I think it's great. All right. Okay, let's go. So, where is it? Where is it? So this looks horrible. Right? Obviously. So we're finally gonna try and do something about it. But what is it we're gonna do? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So the trouble is, like, first of all of the text is much too small, right? So let's see what we want to do about that first. Like, this text is extremely small, right? So it looks like it looks like I don't even have a size defined, do I? I have Tassa Orbiter, Sans Serif. Okay, fair enough. So what? I just straight up never specified a font size? Let's see. I mean, I guess that's fine. Better now than never, I suppose. Okay, so I never specified a font size at all. All right. So I do have it so that the image width, I guess, changes. So let's say body font size I don't know what it should be, but let's say we start at 12px. Okay, so now we do this. Okay, so let's look. I don't see it. What about image? So it has width 50 VW. Oh, it should be 80, I think. So here, wait, where's my media query? So it's max width 700px. Okay. Window.client, no, dot width, if I could even spell. It says it's 980. So we want a media query for mobile device. MDN media query. Yes, let's take a look. I think we want a media query to check if we're using a mobile device or something like that. So we're going to try an @media, I guess. So I had looked at width. Let's look at some others. Resolution. Okay, so this one is trash, deprecated, right? What is going to help us? Any hover, aspect ratio, color, resolution, scripting, update. Well, I might use orientation. This feature does not correspond to device orientation. Well, that could help. I think that's probably the first one I'm going to try. The viewport is in portrait or the viewport is in landscape. Is that? I don't know. All right, let's try orientation first, I guess. So we'll do media orientation portrait. And I think it's going to be the same things to start with. Let's see. Okay, so is this any different? Okay, so now it's smaller. So I see text size 12. Yes, right here. So let's just crank it up until it looks okay. 30. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do think 30 is better. So now we want to scooch this element down, of course. So the main has the top set to 145px. All right, sure. So let's just crank that down until it looks like it's in the right spot. Going down very slowly. 420. All right, that seems a bit better. All right, so now how about this image? It seems like, let's see, it says 80 VW. Uh-oh, I change it and it doesn't get any bigger. Oh, it has a max width 500 px. So we should be able to change that to what? None, probably, right? Okay, well, you know, that does look better. You know, this image would probably look better if it were, like, centered or something. A little bit. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so... I'm just gonna eyeball it and say maybe 86. For now. Like, obviously all of this can be improved iteratively or whatever. I'm probably going to be revisiting this like a number of times, you know. I mean, I don't know. How come that's changing? What the frick is going on with the font? What the heck? I'm not sure. Okay, so now this text down here could stand to be bigger, right? Inside the main. So that's what we've got for the main. So if we crank it up, is that going to help? Maybe 50? Is that crazy? Yeah, to be honest, I think that's about what it probably ought to be. So let's do 50. Well, I mean, it's already a pretty big improvement, I guess. I think I would like this to be centered as well. So let's do font align. No, what is it? Text align. Align. Text align, right? Center. I guess. What if we do justify? Oh, no. What if we do, center doesn't really look that good to me on this one. What is it that would make this text look better? Should we have, like, a indentation? What do you do for text indent? Does text indent make it look better? Kinda. I'm not sure. I'll try it. What did we put the text indent on? The brief pitch? Sure, let's put it on the brief pitch. Okay, so then I think this heading, I think we want this to look bigger. Like, I feel like it could almost practically fall off the page a little bit. 100. Yeah, I think 100 does seem to be better. Okay. Now let's scooch this down some more. And we're kind of getting towards the point of sort of like filling the space, which is probably a good thing, I think. So I'm going to go with maybe 500. Sure. All right, so now if we swipe, we see this. Okay, now let's make these buttons less tiny. So the button is super tiny right now. Where's it getting that font size from? So if we just do any button and set a font size, is that going to help us? Yeah, that helps. And to be honest, I mean, I think 30 is probably in the ballpark. So let's do that. All right. So now we can change to English. Okay, so now let's scooch this guy down some so it's not trying to overlap that button. Do we have maybe a margin top? Yeah, maybe I'll start there. I don't know. It's a little haphazard, so... Alright. And now we want to move this guy down some more. That seems kind of okay. Alright, now what do we think? Well, it's a big improvement. It's a big improvement. I don't know if it's everything I need yet. All right, so now at this point, I think that takes care of a lot. So now I think the biggest problem with this site now is that there's just not enough content. is actually, I think, the biggest, most salient problem with the site. Like, there's almost nothing here. And so I texted the guy, and I said, I want more information about the company and products, so please bring any brochures or literature you have so I can add that information to the website, right? And I'll be meeting him in a couple of hours. So with any luck, I'll get more information. But like, yeah, like to me right now, I think the most obvious and glaring problem with the website now is that there's basically nothing here. So, yes. Now let's look at the form. So I'm going to delete this. Okay, so now how's the form look? Okay, so the form definitely needs some work. It does not look good, that's for sure. We'll get there. Crack open my handy dandy can. Cascade Ice. Pomegranate mango flavor, apparently. It's unsweetened. You know, I don't know why it doesn't say the word unsweetened on the label. Because that's the most attractive thing about it, really. Alright, let's fix this. This looks really bad. And then we'll look at some of these others, but let's do this first. So, yeah, it looks horrible. Okay, so first of all, these inputs are much too small. Right? So that's quite a bit better already, I think. I might actually go up to 40. Okay, let's do that. All right. Okay, so now let's try and make sure that it's not trying to fall off the bottom or anything. Can we make these wider? I have the form width set to 500. So what if we set it to 80 VW instead? Or even, what did we set the image to? 86? Let's set it to 86. Oh, wait. I think we're good. Yep, that looks better. The select also needs to be larger. Let's fix that one. Okay. I think that looks okay. I think I can commit that, so let's take a look. So, oh, what did we... I think, you know what? I think that script modification is just formatting. I think I forgot to format before committing last time. Let's look. Yep, it's just formatting. At least it's only one line. Okay. Why do I have body font size 12px there? I don't think that's wanted at all. Let's get rid of it. All right. Add portrait orientation CSS styles. Yeah? Whoops. All right. Good. Okay, now let's look at some of these other options. So dimensions. So this one fell right off, so that's not good. All right. So let's make sure we have it not fall right off like that. So looking at this one, this paragraph text up here looks way too big. So for the brief pitch, can we have the font size be like scaled to the view height, which is a little weird, right? And then that would mean that this should be scaled to view height as well. I guess, you know what? I don't think that's going to work. Let's not do that. That's going to be confusing. Okay, yeah, so this is falling way off. This is falling way off. I feel like the response on this translation button, it just feels a little delayed. Like, I want it to feel snappier. I guess it's just slow, like, redoing the whole DOM like that. And, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Like, people aren't going to necessarily need to hit this. They just need to select the language that they need, and then they should be fine. It feels a little sluggish. All right. Anyway, yeah. Again, this text here just looks too large, I think. So we can nest media queries, right? So in this case, the height is under 700. It looks like. In this case, it's much higher, right? So can we do... So like if... So we're in portrait orientation. And then like max height, I think, is that it? And say 700px. And so then in this case, we want brief pitch. Font size 20px. No, I don't think it worked. So here it says the inner height is 1744. And if we change it to this one, okay, let me see some of these other media queries. So there's something about resolution. We might need something about that. Yeah, so the pixel density is messing with us, I think. Oh, wait a minute. So height, I was trying to mess with height, right? So we have min height and max height. So let's look at length units. Maybe there's a different length unit that we can use. Cap height. X height. CJK something. Line height. R cap. R, oh, okay, so root element. Relative length units based on viewport. It's this one. Initial containing block. Container query. Okay, let's see. So absolute length units represent a physical measurement when the physical properties of the output medium are known, such as for print layout. This is done by anchoring one of the units to a physical unit or the visual angle unit, and then defining the others relative to it. Physical units include centimeters, inches, millimeters, PC, PT, PX, and Q. The anchoring is done differently for low-resolution devices such as screens versus high-resolution devices such as printers. For low DPI devices, the unit PX represents the physical reference pixel. Other units are defined relative to it. Thus, 1 inch is defined as 96 PX, which equals 72 points. The consequence of this definition is that on such devices, dimensions described in inches, centimeters, or millimeters don't necessarily match the size of the physical unit with the same name. It'd be nice, but fair enough. For high DPI devices, inches, centimeters, and millimeters are the same as their physical counterparts. And the px units is defined relative to them. Wow. All right. So it's a high resolution screen, and the CSS pixel implies multiple device pixels. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to use that then, huh? So maybe we do want to media query the resolution then. Or something. I'm not sure yet. Values and units. Let's take a look at some of these. I think somewhere on this site they probably have some helpful hints to tell us suggestions for how to do this. So, what I'm going to try, first of all, is just using a different number. And let's just see where that gets us. So let's make this 1800 instead of 700. So I see 30px there. And if I change to this one, then I see 20px. So that's fine, I guess. So then we can move this up. I'm sure I'm going to think of some way better way to do this and be like kicking myself. So here we can probably do like 450, I guess. Wait a minute. I'm gonna think. I've probably like actually learned better ways to do this and just have forgotten and can't think of them right now. Let's do 444. Sure. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so that. Oh wait. Do I have this in the wrong place? Let's see here. Okay, so this says 20. This says 555. So how come this one is overwritten? Okay, so I think what we want is media, orientation, portrait, and max height 1800px. And then get rid of this. Nope. Hmm. I don't know why this is the one that's overwritten here, actually. I'm gonna take a guess. A little goofy guess. So if we put it lower, is that what makes a difference? Hmm. I'm okay with that for now, I guess. Alright, so it's still not good. It's still falling off. So this font here in main, this font size that I have at 50px, if we reduce that down enough to 40, yeah, sure, I guess that's about it. Alright, so now if I change it to this one, those okay. Those look okay. Those look okay, I think. Now let's look at the form. Okay, so on the smaller one, so the form is falling off here as well. So here, I think that this font size, if reduced to 30, I think we're good. Okay, let's look at some of these others. All right, how about this one? I think that looks okay. And this one? I think we're all right there. How about this one? How about this one? Ah, this one came out a little goofy. Just a little bit, just a little bit. So here I do have the font size at 40. What's the, it says it's at 2015. Interesting. All right. So, yeah, it came out a little bit too big. A little bit too big. All right, let me think it over for a sec. I'm gonna check my laundry. Should we check current events? I used to look at these from time to time. Several weeks or months? Goodness gracious. Let me look at my laundry. I forgot to wash something I really needed to wash, so I'm gonna go put that in. Just a few thousand steps a day. Would you believe it? All right. So, where were we? So this one. All right, so what's the deal here? It's falling off a little bit, right? So I feel like I want to make this a little smaller. So if we're at So let's reduce that to 22 if we are below 2050. I could spell. Okay, so I'm gonna move this one. Okay. Okay, so that's still falling off because now we want to scoot this up some. All the way to 444? Oh, yeah, actually, probably yes. Okay, cool. Let's see how much that screws me up. That looks okay now. All right, now let's go back to the top. So this one. This looks okay. This one. Yeah, looks okay to me. This one. Sure. This one. Fine. This one. All right. This one. Sure. This one. I think it's fine. This one. Horrible. It's not working at all. All right, let's do this one next. So this text here is actually way too small now. So we've got it at 20. We want that quite a bit bigger. More like 30. And we want to scoot this up even more. Okay. So the thing that it looks like what happened here is this one is a bit wider, I believe. With the width of 980. Like for these other ones. Oh wait, that is the same. Oh, so what's actually going on? Huh. Oh, that's what's going on. It's much shorter. Okay, okay. So technically, I guess we want this after, probably. Right? Where do I have media? Okay, so media like this. Oops. Okay, so here, let's do media, orientation, portrait, and max height, and go with like 1550. So we changed body to 20px here. But this is actually way too small. So what did I change this to? 30? Okay, and then we want to move this up again, I believe. This. What did we say? Like 360, I think. This seems like I'm doing something really goofy, but I don't know exactly what yet. Okay. Because that looks off, doesn't it? Let's make those smaller. And this image looks way too large now. What am I doing? What am I doing at this point? Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. Yeah, that's crazy. Rather than do that, can we, like, crop this? We can crop this, right? I know I've done it before. MDN image crop. Object fit? That's not for image, is it? It is for image. Object fit. That doesn't sound familiar. I wonder if that is what I used before. I'm not sure, but let's just try it. So let's do object fit contain and height. Nope, that's not it. I think I made it, I think when I did it before, I made it a background image. It says here we should be able to do this using the image property. And you can use object position. Interesting, interesting. Oh, so I think I want fill, actually. And now if I reduce the height... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. That is not good. So I chose fill. Oh, I think what we want is cover. Ah, yes, that's more like it. And then if we do the object position... I don't think I knew about these at all. I think when I did it before, I used a background image, which I think is also fine. But this is cool. This is actually cooler, I think. So can we do top? Let's look. object position. Doesn't look great, but let's see. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. I'm gonna try that to start with. So it's gonna be image. Okay, so let's grab these. Oh, shoot. I think I've accidentally hit something I didn't mean to. Oh no! Not sure what I did. I hit some bad key. Skill issues. Okay, so what I was supposed to be doing was here, we were going to go image, object fit, cover, height, 250px, object position, 0, 33%. I guess. All right, back again, back again. So how are we looking? Okay, so there it is. All right, that looks doable. So now let's go back through all of them again. How's this one? I think we're okay there. This one, I think we're all right. This one, Seems okay. Seems okay here. All right, sure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this one's not good. So this one, man. This one is no good, baby. Oh gosh. What is that? That's craziness. Holy crap. I don't understand, actually. That's nonsense. Alright, fun. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Now it looks okay. Oh gosh. It's getting a little bad here. It's getting really bad in here. Go back to this one. Alright. This one. I think I can live with it. What's next? I think I'm okay with it. Next up. I guess so. Sure. Ooh. This one's kind of weird. You know what? It's not hurting anything. There's just a little extra space at the bottom. Took me by surprise initially. This one is not working. Why are these... Oh, this is too large on this one. So what is the height on this one? So this one's at 1280. Well, those numbers seem normal-ish to me, I think. So we've got max height 1550. So yeah, we could go lower. We could go down to like 1300. Do I want to do that? I think it's going to cause me more issues potentially, but let's try, I guess. $1,300. Okay, so for this one, we want to make this heading smaller, right? Yeah, that is better. All right, so then we just want to make... Is this text way too huge? Yeah. So let's make that smaller as well, I suppose. Yeah, that seems fine. think that's okay. All right, back to the top. How's this one? I think it's okay. This one, sure. This one, fine. This one, sure. This one's all right. This one, I think is okay. This one seems all right, I think. I think this one seems okay. Let's see. That one seems all right, I think. I think that one seems okay. I'm all right with that one, I suppose. This one seems fine. This one's not bad. I think that one's all right. I think that one's all right. Uh-oh. Okay, so here we have landscape orientation, but it's just really small, right? So it's only 1024 by 600, so that's quite a small one. All right. So for this one, are we using any media queries that we can see? So we are wider than 700, and we are not portrait orientation. All of these are for portrait orientation. So now let's do one for landscape orientation. And so the height was only 600, right? So want to maybe kind of split the difference. Maybe I'll just say 800 to start with. Maybe if I iterate more, I might get this dialed in. All right, so for 800 px, we want, what do we want to do here? So first of all, it's a really short display, so let's make this image shorter again. So it's object fit, and we want to say cover. Is it cover? And we want to say height, 200 px. Yeah. And we want to say, oh gosh, come back. Height, 200 px. Yeah. And we want to say object position, 0, 33%. Okay. I think it's a start. Let's put that in. This is a pretty good track too. What was this one? Here, let's put song. Apocalypse Wow. Oh yeah, this is from that whale fall. I think they are kind of under the radar to some extent. Like, let me see what's going on with the laundry. And what time even is it right now? So I've got about 1 hour before I go meet the guy. This is actually looking a lot better. I actually think this is starting to look a lot better, and I'm gonna push the changes to the S3 bucket pretty soon, probably. All right. Oops, right here. Okay, so. All right, and then for this, what are we doing here? So really, I guess this probably could stand to be a bit higher. Where is that guy? Yeah, we could scoot that up a ways. Maybe to 100. Does that look? Ah, that's okay. Okay. And then some of this text, I think, could stand to be smaller, like, yeah, on this label. Um, I'm gonna go with maybe 14. And then if we just make it a little bit wider, I think we'll be okay. Nope, not quite. I think... So for this one... Alright, so making it wider helps some. Shoot. Can I maybe, like, reduce the margin? That's not too bad. Oh, that's... Yeah, that is too bad, isn't it? Let me try it like that. So what do we have in here? Okay, so let me copy that. Okay, how are we looking? Ooh, not quite, not quite. Oh, the width. All right. Okay, I'm gonna upload this. I think this is good. Okay, I'm gonna upload this. So we've just changed this one. We have added a whole bunch. Okay, so we're gonna say add, I'm just gonna call them responsive CSS styles. I don't know how responsive they really are at this point, but that's kind of the direction I'm going. Okay, let's look at the GitHub. Oh. Okay, so let's go here. And yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty well finished, so let's move that down. Okay. All right, so now we want to go to S3, upload the updated files, and then we'll go to CloudWatch and invalidate the cache, and then we'll be good. So we're going to do this, this, and this. Okay. And then over in CloudWatch, we will find invalidation, not CloudWatch. What am I doing? CloudFront. The names do kind of seem similar. Watch, front. Not really. Anyway, so here we go. Let's create an invalidation for the root and the style CSS and the index HTML for that matter, I suppose, and the script JS. Okay, create. All right, I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna go meet that guy. I asked him to meet me in 1 hour. So I'm gonna go chill and look at this and, I don't know, kind of prepare or something.